The Hyperfocus XZ41. This is a gun that has recently gotten buffed in the latest hotfix to have increased damage, and it is now actually insane. So this gun is basically a mini conference call. So when you shoot an enemy, it's going to spread 2 projectiles out, pretty much like the conference call, but it's just an SMG form. This gun was already very good before, but they went out and buffed it, and now it's even better. So I decided, hey, let's make a whole build around it. So for the build, all of our weapons are going to be the Hyperfocus XZ41. Pretty crazy, right? So each of these guns are going to do the exact same thing. I just have different elements and for different encounters. The radiation one has to anoint where we get 50% bonus shock damage on action skill in. This is the all-around mobbing weapon. It is going to be insanely good for mobbing. It can kill everything. Next, we have a Hyperfocus XZ41 with the action skill in. We get 50% bonus cryo damage. This is the corrosive one. This is going to be your takedown weapon. This is going to kill everything in the takedown. Boss-wise, you do not have to use anything else. This thing actually wrecks. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. And lastly, we have Incendiary Hyperfocus XZ41 with a phase slam anoint. We get 30% more damage. This is what you're going to use to farm Grave Ward or just any boss you need to farm. You got the phase slam anoint. Like I said, the other two, mobbing, takedown, then boss farming. This is all you need. It's going to cover everything in the game. It's very good. Now going on to the shields. I have a transformer shield right here. I get 50% more cryo damage and axe skill in. As you see, we have 4 other shields to have all the ASC and anoints on them for whatever encounter you're going through. I just personally like the transformer. I think it's a very good shield. It literally just makes you resistant 100% to shock damage, plus that shock damage actually heals you too, and it's super tanky. As you see, it has 15,000 capacity, which is crazy good. Next, I have a hex grenade right here. Not really going to use the grenade for any damage based thing, but it has 50% bonus corrosive damage on axe skill in, which is very good. And also, as you see, I have 4 extra grenades where I have each ASC element on them for whatever encounter you're going into. The next, I have a phase zerker right here, which is very good. As you see, we get 25% more damage, 31% more SMG damage, and 45% more Hyperion crit damage. So this is buffing all of our hyper focuses. Is an insanely good class mod. Plus, as you know, phase zerker is already just super good. You get more damage and more cooldown rate based on the amount of rush stacks you have. Plus, you get max rush stacks when you pop your action skill. So all around, this class mod is insane. Then lastly, for our artifact, we're using a Snowdrift auto idol. We're getting 40% more magazine size, 21% more cooldown rate, and 27% ignite chance. Now, obviously, this is giving us more slot speed. This is going to help with our survivability, just generally getting around the map faster. Plus, the auto idol is giving us 18% of our max health every time we kill an enemy, so this is definitely going to help out with our survivability. And next, I'm including an execute to apply debuffs to an enemy. Basically, you just shoot the gun, get it to 0, reload the gun, and that's going to have 50% debuff on the person. It's really good against things like Grave Ward or just any big boss in the game. If you want to just throw that on, because you just do 50% more damage. Then next, I have a sellout to proc our elemental projector, which I'm going to be including. It is a level 53 elemental projector, so you get 96% more elemental damage when you're suffering from whatever element, and this can't stack. You have multiple elements on you, you do a lot of elemental damage. This is also giving you 44% more magazine size and 27% more weapon accuracy. Very good if you're using for boss fights, because having that more accuracy is easy to hit crits, and then having the magazine size is really nice to just lay down on a boss. Now, one thing I will say with the magazine size, the hyper focuses are really good because they already have like a decent magazine size. So with Amara's skills, the artifact, I think this has like 60 rounds in it, which is just nuts. And this 60 rounds is just constantly healing you. You're gonna be doing so much damage, and it's actually crazy. So next, I'm gonna get right into the skills. Now, I'm gonna be going in depth with each of these skills later in the video, but just generally the skills that you seriously need to be taking is something like indiscriminate. Indiscriminate is going to make all the bullets that spread apart like the conference call, they can ricochet to other enemies, and that's what makes the act clear this gun very, very good. It's actually crazy. Then I'm taking 2 points of sustainment to get healing. Then our auto idol is healing us, and also our snowdrift is letting us slide everywhere, so we're getting a ton of survivability with this build too. And we're always going to be healing ourselves because we have things like deep well plus our magazine size on our artifact to have 60 rounds of just constant healing and constant damage. Now, we're also getting a little healing from clarity right here from our class mod. And then we're also just going to be putting 3 points per space to get more damage. This is very good skill. The range on this is actually crazy, and you can pretty much always have that extra damage. And finally, Another thing in this skill tree, obviously Mystical Assault's very good. Avatar, very good for just popping your axe skill, getting your stacks up. Cooldown rate, because we're going to be trying to get as much stacks as we can. Then I'm actually going to be taking from Rest right here to make our fire rate increase on our hyper focuses to give it even more damage, which is very nice. This is mainly a skill just to get towards the bottom, but this is given a little benefit, which is very good. Now I'm going to be going in depth with each of the skills with some gameplay in the background, now that you kind of have a general idea of the main skills to look in this build. But as I said before, we're going to be taking anima, and our main action skill element is going to be shock for the most part. So this is going to allow you to do more static damage, have more duration, and whatever action skill element we're doing, we're doing even more damage. And the reason I'm taking shock is because our radiation anointing has shock damage on it, so that's getting buffed by anima, and it's not a huge buff, but it's there. And next, I'm putting 3 points steady hands, get 32% more handling, 31% more accuracy. SMGs are already super quick. This is going to just allow the SMGs to be even quicker, which is nice. You can run around the map. It's a very just a run and gun build and kill everything build. Next, I'm putting 5 points of Tempest to get 30% more elemental damage, 20% more shock damage. This is buffing our ASE anoints. This is buffing our guns. This is buffing our gun anoints. This is a very good skill to have. It's just giving you a solid boost to damage, and it is actually insane. Next, I'm just putting 2 points on Wildfire. I'm just going to be using this to get down to the bottom skill tiers. This doesn't really matter at all, but you gotta have something to get down lower. So next, I'm putting 1 point in Dread to get 15% more gun damage every time we phase grasp an enemy. And also, if we kill that phase grasp enemy, our gun's also getting reloaded. And as I said, our gun is gonna be having like 60 rounds in it. Plus, when you kill an enemy, which you'll be doing all the time, is getting reloaded. And with the Mystical Assault skill tree, you're gonna be getting a lot of reload speed with that too. So reloading is not a problem. I mean, this build is crazy. You can straight up kill everything, never have to reload. If you do, you reload super quick, you move very quick. It's a very, very fun build. Next, I'm putting 1 point in Deep Well to get 20% more magazine size. As I just talking about the magazine size, this is what's helping it get to an absurd amount in SMG, and it is super nice. Putting 3 points in Indiscriminate. This is letting our bullets ricochet. Like I said before, this is going to allow our bullets to split and ricochet to other people. Plus, our bullets are also just already going to ricochet. Then those bullets are also going to cause ricochets, and bullets can be going everywhere. Then if you use something like Phase Grasp or Ties the Bond, everything just dies. It's actually crazy. Speaking of Phase Grasp, that is going to be our main skill. We're going to be using Phase Grasp with Stillness of Mind and a shock action skill element. Now, if you're going to use Grave Ward, we're going to swap into the Incinerate action skill element, Phase Slam, and kill Grave Ward in less than a second almost. Next, I'm putting 2 points in Sustainment. As I said before, we're getting 8% of that life steal based on our elemental gun damage. This is going to have us heal all the time. You can do the takedown super easily. You don't have to worry about anything, especially if you're just sliding around and being aware of the missiles coming at you. Now, in Brawl skill tree, we're getting 3 points clarity from our class mod, as I already said, but the main thing, we're putting 3 points is personal space, 36% more gun damage the closer you are to an enemy. As I already said, this has a super large area, so you're basically just getting 36% more damage, and it is stacking on top of your other damage buffs already. It's not just a 36%, it's buffing whatever other damage buffs you already have. So this is insanely good. You get a ton of damage from this, and I definitely would recommend putting 3 points in personal space instead of maxing sustainment out in 5. Now going into the Mystical Assault skill tree, I'm having 1 point in Do Harm, 1 point in Violent Tapestry, just to keep our rush stacks up so we can keep all our other buffs going. Then I have 3 points of Fast Hands to get 19% more reload speed, 36% more weapon swap speed. The most speed doesn't matter if we're not switching modes on any gun. This is very good for swapping to your radiation and corrosive and the takedown, and also the reload speed is also very nice if you ever have to reload. Next, I'm putting 5 points of Restless to get 25% more cooldown rate. It's very simple. It's just a nice thing to have. With all your other cooldown rate buffs you're getting, you're always going to have your action skill almost every single time you need it, and it's actually crazy. The next, I'm putting 3 points in Transcend to get 38% more accuracy, 27% more critical hit damage. This is very good. We're already getting a lot of critical hit damage with the Hyperion SMGs. This is just adding more on top to it. This is just going to allow us to kill things even easier. Next, I'm putting 5 points in Alacrity to get 2% more reload speed per rush stack, and then I get 2.9% after I pop an active skill. So with this and Fast Hands, you're going to be loading the SMGs seriously quick. Like, it's actually crazy how fast you reload them. There's not going to be any downtime with this build whatsoever, and you can just slay everything. Next, I'm putting 1 point in Ascendant right here to buff our Stillness of Mind. This is going to allow our locked targets to be stuck in the air a little bit longer, allowing them to die easier. This is very, very good, and it makes Stillness of Mind an insanely good augment. Next, I'm putting 3 points of Wrath to get 20% more gun damage, and then 20% more after I pop an action skill. So just even more damage is always a nice thing, and you can destroy stuff. The next, as I said before, I'm putting 3 points of Rest. The charge speed doesn't matter, but the fire rate does matter. The fire rate is buffing our DPS, and we can kill things quicker, and also have more fire rate is always just fun. Then finally, the big boy skill, I'm putting 1 point in Avatar. This is going to allow us to pop our action skill twice. We're getting 10% bonus rush stacks, which is in return turn, giving us more actual cooldown rate, more damage, more reload speed. It's actually crazy how much this is doing. You know, we have 1.2 harm and 1 violent tapestry. This is also going to be buffing our action skill damage, which is going to be buffing our ties that bind links a little bit, and we're getting more elemental effect chance. Those are not the two biggest things compared to, you know, the reload speed, actual cooldown rate and stuff, but it's there and you have it. So that is the skills for this build. It is very, very good. You can clear takedowns with ease with this build, no problem. You have the movement, you have the healing, you have the damage, you have the just general fun of the build. This is basically taking the conference call and making it into a mini conference call. It's turning it into an SMG that spreads bullets apart, that can ricochet. It does a ton of damage, and it is actually insane. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you did, remember, my builds are always in my Discord channel. If you would like to download them, link for that will be in the description. And if you download it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and it lets me continue making videos for you guys. But that's gonna do it all for me. Thank you so much for all of you supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.